I have this folder New Pictures on my computer, and it contains 45 different PNG files that you made in MATLAB. And here I want to use Mathematica to put those 45 different pictures into an animation. So let's first get the names of all the files in that directory. So what I'm going to use is the file names command. And I started with the word all to say I want all of the file names in there. And then the directory was called New Pictures. Okay, let me double check and make sure I got that right. Yeah, New Pictures was the name of the directory. And let's check what kind of thing this is. So what is names? Hey, it's a list. Hey, how long is that list? Hey, length 45. That corresponds to the 45 different files. So that's a good sign. And I can almost already start working with this, but let me rearrange the names so that they're in a random order. So let me say random names equals random sample of names. And so you probably should want me to write 45 or write something like length names here. And those are both fine, but it turns out if I don't specify a number, then it just randomly gives me the same length of list. So it's like a permutation of the original list. So let's check what this looks like. Okay, and you can see it's in a random order. Like it goes 7, then 18, then 28, and so on. And so let me suppress this output. And so now the first one isn't going to be 7 anymore because I just reevaluated that line. Okay, and now the first one is 33. But notice that because I used immediate assignment rather than delayed assignment, now if I check this again, if I evaluate this again, it stays in the same order. All right, now I have my list of file names, and now I want to turn those into images. So how can I do that? So let me call it images, and let me say table of, let's import x for every x in random names. Okay, this is the second type of iterator. And it might take a little bit of time, but not too long. So let's see what's the third thing in here. Okay, there's a picture. What's the first thing? There's another picture. But notice that they're different sizes. So I'm going to specify a specific image size so that they're all the same. So I'm going to say, and I just practiced before starting this video to see what was a good number. And 400, which I assume stands for 400 pixels, but I don't completely know. 400 seemed to work well. So let's try importing again. Okay, and now let's look at how about the first 10. And to see how the width of these pictures all looks very consistent. So that's good. Now let's put these into an animation, and I'm going to do that using list animate. And let me name the result anim for animation. Okay, that looks like it's working. And now let me try to export this. So let me say export, and by default, it's going to go into whatever my current directory is. Okay, so it's going to go into this videos folder here. And let me name this, how about animation.gif? And then what do I want to export? I want to export this anim animation. And I'm going to specify the animation duration. And here I'm going to say how many seconds do I want to last. I'll say 10 seconds. Okay, and this will take a little while. Okay, that took about 2 minutes. And let's see if it worked. So notice that it got exported to that same folder that I was originally in. And let's try to open this in Chrome. And there you can see that the exporting of the file worked. And that it took 10 seconds to run.